Hello children. In this video, we are going to see some more examples on composition of functions. First is, show that if f defined from a to b and g defined from b to c are 1, 1, then g composite f is also 1, 1. We know that if I want to show a function f is 1, 1, then what we should do is take any two elements from the domain of the function f, consider its f images are equal, and at the last show that two elements are the same itself. Now here we have to show G composite f is also 1, 1. First check whether G composite f is defined in this case. F is from A to B and G is from B to C. That means these two elements are the same, and hence I can define G composite f and it will be from A to C. Okay? So, for any xy belonging to A, consider G composite f of x equal to G composite f of y. Apply the definition. It is G of f of x is equal to G of f of y. Now, as we know that your G function is 1, 1, and that means G of x, if it is equal to G of y, we can say that x equal to y. Here we have G of f of x is equal to G of f of y. Hence what we can write is f of x will be equal to f of y. Okay? Since your G is 1, 1 function. Similarly, since f of x is equal to f of y and f is a 1, 1 function, hence we will get x is equal to y. And that will be true for every xy belonging to your domain. Hence we have got G composite f is a 1, 1 function. Second question. If f is defined from a to b and g is defined from b to c as an onto function, then we have to prove that G composite f is also onto. Similarly, as the previous question, we can define here composition G composite f from a to c. Now, in order to prove that G composite f is onto, what we have to do is, I have to take any element in C and then show that it has at least one pre-image in A. Okay? Now, if I am taking suppose Z belonging to C. Okay? Now, we have been given here G is a function from B to C and it is an onto function. So as Z belongs to C, I can say that there exists some Y belonging to B such that G of Y will be equal to Z. Is that clear? Okay. So I can say that G of Y it is equal to Z. Now your Y was the element of B. Okay. And B is the codomain of F. And F is given to be onto. So can I say that there exists some x in A such that f of x equal to y? Okay. Now consider G composite f of x. So by definition G of f of x, but f of x is equal to y and G of y was equal to z. So we have got G composite f of x is equal to z. That means for some z in C, we have got the existence of x in A such that G composite f of x it is equal to z. Okay, and hence G composite f is onto. Next is, we have been given three functions and we have to prove that first is f plus g composite h is equal to f composite h plus g composite h, and f into g composite h is equal to f composite h into g composite h. Now, if I want to prove that a function f is equal to function g, then what we have to prove is, I have to prove that f of x should be equal to g of x. That means for any arbitrary element x, I should be able to prove that f of x and g of x are the same. The same thing we are going to do it here. Let x be any arbitrary element in R. Consider the LHS of this function operated on x by definition of composition, it is f plus g of h of x. Then just have it separately. I'll be having f of h of x plus g of h of x. That is same as f composite h of x plus g composite h of x. Whether have we got this as? Yes. And that is operated on any arbitrary element x. So it is same as your RHS. Similarly, consider f into g composite h operated on x. So it is f into g of h of x. So it will be f of h of x into g of h of x. So f of h of x is f composite h of x, and the other one it will be g composite h of x. The same thing is there in your RHS, and it is operated on any arbitrary element x, and hence we can say that both the things are true. Now, till now we have seen what was the composition. Now we are going to see what is invertible function. Now, a function f from x to y is said to be invertible if there exists a function g from y to x, that is from codomain to your domain, such that g composite f is identity function on x and f composite g is an identity function on y. Now see here it is identity function on x. This x is nothing but, see what is the second function f. What is the domain of this? It will be x. That is what always written here. Here I, y. Here what is the second function? Second function is g. Okay, what is the domain? That is y itself. Okay, your g composite f will be defined from where to where? See, f is from x to y, g from y to y. This is common. So g composite f will be defined as from x to x, and hence we are getting identity function over x. Okay. Similarly, f composite g will be defined from y to y. Okay. So that function g will be called as inverse of the given function f, and it is represented by f inverse. Okay. The another method to show that a function is invertible is the function f must be both 1, 1 and onto. That means it should be a bijective function. Okay, that means whenever the question is to show that a function is invertible, either show that existence of a function g from its codomain to the domain. I'm saying codomain, it may be sometimes restricted to the range set. In order to make it bijective, it may be restricted to the range set. Okay, so either by this method or show that it is a bijective function. But showing bijective function is easier than the other one. We'll see some examples regarding it. Now here f has been given and I have to find f inverse. Now in order to have f inverse, my function f should be a bijective function. Now from the definition, from the given thing, I have f of a, it is equal to 1, f of b is given to be 2, and f of c, it is given to be 3. Okay. Now if I have seen f is operated on all the 3 distinct elements, and that distinct elements gives its distinct images, and hence we can say the function is 1, 1 function. Also, every element in codomain, it has at least one pre-image, and hence it is onto, and therefore it is your bijective function. So your inverse exists, and inverse will be from where to where? My codomain or your range set to your domain set. Okay. Now what is my range here? 1, 2, 3. Domain will be A, B and C. So just for inverse, it will be the reverse order. Okay. So I'll get it as f inverse. It will be 1 comma A, 2, B and 3, C. Okay, hope this is clear. Show that it is bijective and just have the reverse order of the given elements. Okay, next is consider the functions f and g such that the composition g composite f is defined as 1, 1. We have to check whether f and g both are necessarily 1, 1 or not. That means it has been given g composite f is 1, 1. I have to check whether is it always necessary that both your g and f are 1, 1 functions or not. Okay. So for that we will consider the example. I have to consider the example such that G composite f is defined. Okay. So I have taken f from 1, 2, 3, 4 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as an identity function and G as my domain of G should be what? It should be codomain of this. Only then my G composite f will be defined. So I have defined it as from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 such that g of x is equal to x when my x is 1, 2, 3 and 4 and g of 5 and g of 6 I have mapped to 5. Okay. So G composite f will be defined over these two sets and I have got the values of G composite f. Just operate G composite f on every element of domain. So it will be G of f of 1. F of 1 is always 1 since it is identity. So it will be G of 1. G of 1 is what? It is equal to 1 when your x is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So here you will get G composite f. If we see here, distinct elements are having distinct images and hence G composite f is 1, 1. But here your 5 and 6 are having what? Same images. That means here G is not 1, 1 but G composite f we have got it as 1, 1 function. So it is not necessary that both the functions f and g should be 1, 1. The same case for the onto. We have to check whether f and g both should be necessarily onto if g composite f is onto. Similarly, define the two functions f from 1, 2, 3, 4 to 1, 2, 3, 4 and g from 1, 2, 3, 4 to 1, 2, 3 such that your f of 1 is 1, f of 2 is 2, f of 3 and f of 4 are having the same image as 3 and g as g of 1 is 1, g of 2 is 2, g of 3 and g of 4 are having the same image as 3. Now clearly G composite f is defined. Yes, this and this are the same. So G composite f will be from this to this set. Okay. Find the values. We have got, see we have to check for onto. So for every element in codomain, we should check whether it has at least one element in the domain. Okay, pre-image. So have you got a pre-image? Yes. So can I say that G composite F is onto? Yes. But see how we have defined your function F. It was from 1, 2, 3, 4 to 1, 2, 3, 4. But 4 was not having a pre-image. Okay. And hence what we can say is function F is not onto. So it is not necessary that your both f and g should be onto. Okay, if g composite f is onto. Now, your function has been defined as from n to y as f of x equal to 4x plus 3, where y is a set which contains the element y belonging to natural number such that y equal to 4x plus 3. Okay, we have to show that f is invertible function. Now either we can show by the first method by that composition. I have to show the existence of G such that F composite G and G composite F should be identity function. Or the second method is prove that the function F is bijective function. Okay? Here in this question I am going to show for the both. So first one, suppose if we have taken an arbitrary element y of y. By the definition of y, can I write it as y will be equal to 4x plus 3? Yes. See, what was your y set? If I am saying y is an element of y, it should be of the type 4x plus 3. So we have got y as 4x plus 3. That y is always what? It is nothing but your f of x. Okay, that you have to remember. Now, after having the value of y, find what is the value of x. So I'll get x as y minus 3 by 4. Okay. Now whenever you will get the value of x, that should be my function, new function, value of the new function. Okay. So I'll be defining a new function g from y to n such that g of y will be y minus 3 by 4. Hope this is clear how to define that g function. Okay, take any element in the codomain and write what is the element you can write. Find what is the value of x, and that value of x will be the new definition of the given function. Okay, now g composite f of x, I have to prove that it is an identity function. So operate over it. According to definition, it will be g of f of x. But f of x is what? 4x plus 3. So g of 4x plus 3. G of y is what? Y minus 3 by 4. So it is 4x plus 3 minus 3 by 4. Okay. So I'll get the answer as x. So it is an identity function over x. Similarly, f composite g, after defining, you will get it is equal to y. Okay, that means my f composite g and g composite f are what? Are identity functions, and hence your g is inverse of the function. Okay, and what will be my f? That inverse, g is nothing but inverse, that is your f inverse. So inverse will be what? Y minus 3 by 4. Okay, the same thing we can prove by the bijective method. First prove that it is 1 1, then prove that it is your onto. Okay, so I have taken any two elements in n such that f of x equal to f of y. Apply the definition and you will get your x is equal to y. Okay, and hence we can say the function f is 1 1 function. Now for any element y in y, there should exist some x in domain such that f of x equal to y. F of x was what? 4x plus 3. After that, find the value of x. Okay, and that value will be the element of natural number set itself. Your y is also the element of natural number, and anyhow this is a natural number. Okay, so you'll get x as the element of natural number, and hence we can say f is onto, and hence it will be a bijective function. And so f inverse exists, and f inverse will be written as the value of your x, what you are going to get. Okay, now in some text you will see that after finding f inverse existence, they write it as f inverse of x will be x minus 3 by 4. Instead of y, they write it as x. No problem, because x is any variable. Either you can write x, y, z, no problem. Okay, so don't have a confusion why it is written in terms of x. You can also write in terms of x. Next question is an important one. It comes for 4 to 6 marks. Function is defined as n to r 4x square plus 12x plus 15. Show that your f from n to s, where s is the range of f, is invertible. That means I have to show this restricted function is invertible. Okay, because restricted arranged set, if it will be on 2. Okay, so it is restricted to your arranged set. So this I have done by the second method. First method, you can just check the text. It is there in the text. This question is proved according to the first method in your textbook. So I have taken any two elements in your n. Consider your f of x equal to f of y. So according to definition, I have written the value. 15 will get cancelled. So 4x square plus 12x is equal to 4y square plus 12y. After this step, what you do is take all the terms to one side. Okay. Then your 4x square, 4y square in one bracket, 12x and 12y in the other bracket. So I'll be getting 4 throughout. If I cancel, it should be what? X square minus y square, okay, plus it should be what? It will be, sorry, I have not written here 3. Yeah? It should be 3 times x minus y equal to 0. Okay, there is a typing mistake. It should be x square minus y square. Throughout, if I am going to divide by 4, I'll be getting 3 times x minus y equal to 0. So here x plus y into x minus y plus again 3 times x minus y equal to 0. Therefore, I have taken that x minus y outside. So I'll be getting x plus y plus 3 it is. Okay, plus 3 equal to 0. So I'll be getting x minus y is 0 since x plus y plus 3 is not equal to 0. Why? Because x and y are natural numbers. So sum of a natural numbers cannot be 0. Just make a change, x plus y plus 3 it should be. Okay. So I have got x is equal to y. And hence it will be what? It will be a 1 function. Similarly, I have to prove here onto function. So for onto, what I have to take? My restricted function, I have to show it is that inverse I have to show. So I have taken y from that range. Okay, I have to get the existence of x in natural number set such that f of x equal to y. Apply the definition of f of x. Okay, this constant term I have taken it the other side. So I got 4x square plus 12x equal to y minus 15. After this step, what you do is this term made as a perfect square, completing the square. Completing the square, what we have to do? It should be what? It should be b by a bracket square should be added on both the sides. Okay. So here I'll be getting what? 12 by 4, that is equal to 3. That means 3 square should be added on both sides. Clear? So I have added 3 square on both sides. So I'll be getting this as 2x plus 3 the whole square, and after simplifying it is y minus 6. Okay, so 2x plus 3 will be plus or minus, but minus won't be there since 2x plus 3. It will be a positive number. X we are saying existence in natural number set. So it won't be negative. Okay, so it should be only positive. So I find the value of x. So I'll be getting the value of x as root of y minus 6 minus 3 by 2. Okay, it will be a natural number because now 2x is equal to this. That means it will be a even number. Okay, if 2x equal to 16, will I get x as a natural number itself? Yes, and hence I will get that x as a natural number. So I have got the existence of x in n such that f of x is equal to y, and hence f will be my onto function, and hence it will be a bijective function, and hence it will be what? Inverse will exist. And what will be the inverse? Inverse will be just the value of your x. That is what I have got it here. Hope this question is clear. Go through this question because it is an important question. Okay. So in this video, we'll stop here. Homework I have given that will be attached. Okay. Thank you.